With your first news at 10 Sports, here's Jeff Roberts.
With only 2 weeks left in the regular season, Region 7 is shaping up to be one of the most compelling regions to follow in boys basketball. Beulah is the only team that hasn't lost in the region and are followed by 5 teams with 3 or less losses. It was 1 versus 2 today out in Bowman. The Miners have won a dozen straight. Bulldogs have won 10 straight. Beulah junior guard Aiden O'Brien gets the Miner offense going in the third quarter. A floater in the lane gives them 2 more points. The evening belonged to Bowden Duffield, who with this tray from a different area code, 1,000 career points for the 2024 guard. Duffield added to his total with this drive on the left baseline. He goes up through a couple defenders. He finished with a game-high 31 points. Beulah's Braden Sherrado then tries to give his team a spark with a 3-pointer, but the Bulldogs are going to run away with this one. Nathan Dix, near side corner, tray ball. Bulldogs win by 15 and makes Region 7 that much more interesting. Now half of the region is within 2 games of one another in the standings. Some other boys basketball. Dickinson beats Belcourt by 4. Grant County Mount Regent wins in South Hart. Miners win by 10 over NSA. Standing Rock tops Washburn in overtime. Central McLean beats Solon. Hazen beats the Bucks by 5. Killdeer wins by 18 and Garrison wins by 30. Up north in District 12, South Prairie Max and Our Redeemers. Early on, Maya Vibeto taking over, cuts through the Royals defense to give Our Redeemers the early lead. Moments later, Elise Altringer trying to pad the lead, but she's blocked away. Scotty Beck out of South Prairie Max. Later in the first, Our Redeemers on offense again. Altringer dishes to the corner. Vibeto, who hits one of several threes she had on the day. Then the other end of the court, Beck dishes to teammate Riley Rutledge, who drains a 3 of herself, but it's Our Redeemers who go on to win the district by 18. In other girls basketball, Dickinson makes it a sweep of Belcourt. Hart River drops both boys and girls games. Glen Olin Hebron hands Bowman County their first region loss of the year. Washburn wins by 12. Raiders win by 17. And Killdeer beats Center Stand. With Legacy's win last night, Minot is now behind the Sabres by 1 point for the West Region's top spot. Minot has won 4 straight, and if they could make it 5 tonight in Mandan, they'd win the WDA regular season title. If the Braves win, Legacy takes the #1 seed. Second period, Minot leads at 3-1. Mackley Morelli has it from the Magicians. He dances through, but Bennett Langgang puts a stop to it. Here's the Magicians on the power play. Max Miller drops it back for Tucker Horner, fires it from downtown. Minot takes a 3-goal lead. Minot would want more. Cameron Bearer gets it to the near side. He rears back, sends it towards goal, but Langgang's there to stop it. 4-1 the final, and Minot takes the top seed in this week's region tournament. Other hockey, Jamestown scores 6 times in a win. Dickinson wins by a pair. In girls hockey, United wins by 3, Davies by 2. North-South doubles up Williston. In the WDA wrestling tournament, on the boys' side, BHS wins with a 216.5. The hosts take second at 180.5, and their coach, Gress Jones, wins Region Coach of the Year. Today saw the final swimming invite of the winter. Minot wins with a 572. They'll head into the postseason as a heavy favorite to win their 6th straight state title. In the final 2 home duels of the winter for UMary, the Marauders were faced with 2 ranked opponents. They fell to the #5 team in the country, St. Cloud State, last night by only 6 points. And today they wrapped up their home schedule with #20 Northern State. The win would be UMary's 7th in conference duels. In overtime at 1:41, Lakin Bose tied up with Colton Roth until a quick move from Bose gets him the takedown and the OT win. UMary's Leo Mashinsky is wrestling Northern State's Wyatt Turnquist in 1:49. Mashinsky's able to get his head free and get behind Turnquist for 2 points, but it's Turnquist who wins 5-2. Another match has gone to overtime. This time it's at 165. Riley Noble for the Marauders tries to take a shot, but Chase Bloomquist of Northern State avoids the trouble. It was a tight one down to the end, but Northern State upsets the Marauders. UMary women's basketball went into the weekend tied for second in the Northern Sun North. They lost last night in Duluth, but St. Cloud State also lost, meaning the pair is still tied for second. The two played this evening for outright second place. The Huskies won this meeting back in December by 10. We pick it up in the fourth. Marauders trailing 9. They go down low. Mo Hakeem bodies her defender, knocks her defender off the block, able to make it a 7-point game. Still 7 points spread with 3 minutes to go. Megan Zander has paced the offense all year. Here she puts up and drains a 3. The Mandan alum scores 15 a game. Now 60 seconds to go. It was a tad too late to start a run, but Addison Roselle will get 2 more for their title. But that will be all their scoring. They ultimately fall by 12. They drop to third in the NSIC North. The men also lost today in St. Cloud. Out west in Dickinson, both Blue Hawk bunches blast past Bellevue. UND men go to overtime with the Mavericks and win by 3. UND women win down in Nebraska. It's their 3rd straight win and are now 8-6 in the conference. Bison basketball, both programs playing Denver. The men win by 8 at home, and down in the Mile High City, the women fall by 12. Some hockey, UND loses to Denver. The Bobcats drop their 2nd of the weekend to St. Cloud. UMary's Victoria Murillo has won her 4th individual honor at the Northern Sun Swimming Championships. This time, it's in the 1650 free at 17:18:54. In the 4-day event, she took home the 200, 500, 1,000, and now the 1,650. So much good basketball coming up in the next couple weeks. I know as a former college basketball player yourself, you love watching these high schools get going.
Best time of the year. I love it. Thanks,
awesome.
Jeff. Stay with us. We'll be right back.